We got David Meltzer dancing to the Money Talks intro right now. We're going to have some fun. It's Thanksgiving Eve. Typically, we'd be partying, David, right? We'd go out Thanksgiving Eve, don't sleep all night, stroll into Thanksgiving lunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it. But you're in New York, I'm in New York. So let's get right into these games, man. First, we got a big slate, got a lot of, question mark players right now. But our team likes a couple games in this early Thanksgiving slate. So the first game, these Raiders, man, I know you're a big fan of these Raiders, but they've looked pretty bad. But our guy Statsational likes them. I know you like them. But the Cowboys are the Cowboys. 7.5 points. We're taking the points on the Las Vegas Raiders. What are your thoughts here? The Raiders bounce back on the road against Dallas.
I think this may be my favorite pick because of that. And I think that the Raiders, as always, are underestimated and Dallas are always overestimated. And when it comes down to the matchups, I think you're going to see our bull Perryman's fitting in well, and the linebacker be able to shut down Dak as he was last week. And I think the Raiders easily, I love taking 7.5.
There you go, man. That's the first game that we're going to be betting on. The second game are the Buffalo Bills, man, a team that's been kind of suspect as of late, but they are the better team. They are better than the New Orleans Saints. This is a get right spot for them, a bounce back spot for them. 6.5. I know you got some love for New Orleans. You spent some time down there, but did the Bills bounce back and cover the 6.5 points against New Orleans?
This is a tougher one because, one, it's in New Orleans. Two, it's a bounce back game. And three, the Saints definitely match up well against the Bills. 6.5 is a lot to be giving the New Orleans Saints at home, but I think the Bills have to win this game. And I think they're far more talented than we've seen the glimpses of the best team in football. And when I see those glimpses, they come from the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen.
So this game, the Tampa Bay Bucks -3. This looks too easy to me, but knowing that Statsational and our team at the Sharp app, make sure you go download the Sharp app. It's completely free. We had a guy win $1,000 on a parlay, crushed it, plus $1,100. So hopefully everybody followed that bet. But the Bucks look so simple against the Colts. I know the Colts look good last week against Buffalo, and Jonathan Taylor scored 5 touchdowns. But I'm taking Tom Brady and the Bucks at -3. What's your thoughts here going into Indianapolis on the road for Tampa Bay and Tom Brady?
Yeah, look, I'm with you. It's like when things look too good, it makes you, from experience, think about taking the other side, right? Like what haven't we figured out, right? And in this case, though, I think this is one of those times when the line may just be a little bit soft. So I would take Tampa Bay.
And this one now, like when John texted me this one in the morning, New York Jets. Look, there's some guys coming back. They look better. They're going against a soft opponent in the Texans, but Tyrod Taylor and the Texans are probably better than Zach Wilson or whatever the Jets throw out there. But he likes the Jets at +2.5. This one worries me, man. I like to back up our guy, Statsational, but this one definitely worries me. He's usually right more than I'm right. What's your call here? The Jets going on the road. Are we taking the points?
Well, I think you're right on this one. I'm taking Houston. I think they played really well last week. I don't trust the Jets at all, especially on the road. An organization, as they say in football, the fish is rotten from the head backwards down to the tail. And unfortunately, the Jets are definitely rotten. And I'm going Houston, Texas, all the way. I don't think 2.5 is enough to scare me away.
I know what you're going to say here. It's an easy call for you. You're going to load the boat here, put all your money down on Herbert and Austin Eckler against the Broncos and Teddy Bridgewater. Chargers -3. This is your time to shine, David. Tell us why Herbert and the boys is going to run through the guys in Broncos and the Denver Broncos.
Look, it's time for them to put together a really good game. You see glimpses again, like the Buffalo Bills, of the team that can't be stopped. The difference between this team and teams in previous years is that they're closing out games, right? This last week, a Sunday night game was indicative of a team that usually would fold after giving up a big lead in the fourth quarter, giving up 24 points to be exact in the fourth quarter, but still being able to drive down when it counts. Herbert's arm is so strong and so accurate in short areas and small windows, which makes him extremely dangerous on third, fourth, and goal line situations. And the teams that win the third, the fourth, and the goal line situations are the teams that win the game. And so, as long as it's under 3, they're giving up. Like you said, I'm loading up. I think, they're going to win by at least a field goal. And on the road, you're getting a lot of benefit for what is a reputation of a Bronco team that is not warranted over the last 3 years. And you're going to find the Chargers 3 is probably not even enough. But I feel very, 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 very safe at 2.5.
Yeah, I like the Chargers here, man. I think they're the better team. They got more to play for right now, and Herbert really does have to prove himself to be more consistent and close out these games. Now, this game scares me probably more than the Jets. I don't know what's wrong with Matt Stafford. He's missing wide open Cooper Kupp. He's, overthrowing. He's missing guys by like 2 feet on certain throws. Without Robert Woods out there, they've looked shaky. Going to Green Bay, favored by 1. Like, this line is super fishy too. I'm staying away, but our guy Sensational likes it, so we got to talk about it. You betting against Rodgers at home as a dog against Matt Stafford and the Rams, who've been struggling?
Not a chance.
Not a chance, right?
Yeah, this is.
How are they even favored though? Like, how are the Rams favored? For my eye test, how are the Rams favored over the Packers in this situation?
Because of the Rams showing previous to the last few games, right? They remember when we had a conversation about, okay, we'll see, the Rams are going to the Super Bowl. The Rams are going to the Super Bowl. They're the best team in football. They're, 4-0, 5-0 at the time. So let's see what happens the next 4 games.
Yep.
Well, the Rams are not as good as the Green Bay Packers, especially the Green Bay Packers at home. And if it's only 1 point, there's no decision to be made. It's Green Bay Packers all the way.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that this line stays. I don't think it stays here. The only thing that John might be ahead of us on, this turf toe situation. Rodgers said it's worse than turf toe. If he's really banged up and Rodgers somehow doesn't play or is hobbled, that's the only thing that can maybe change things. And if Donald and the boys, go after him here, maybe, just maybe, that would have me leaning there. But still worries me a bunch. Now we got the Steelers looking to, go into Cincinnati and make this a ball game. They've been playing tight games. Ben's been playing better. I like this game at +5. I don't think the Bengals are that good of a team to deserve, 5 points against a in-division game against the Steelers. I agree with this pick. Steelers +5 against still a young Joe Burrow, even though we think he's older, going against more of a veteran in Big Ben. Ben on the road shouldn't be a situation here. I like the +5 here. Do we agree on this game?
I have to tell you, there's a lot of suspect lines, right? Ones that we can't just figure out. And it seems, load up on the Chargers, load up on Green Bay, Tampa Bay, the list goes on this week. Look, this is the one that's priced right. I would stay away from it because, you and I are just guessing if which Pittsburgh Steelers team is going to be showing up or what the young Bengals could be, because there's been glimpses of the Bengals being the best team in football. And you cannot bet against Ben Roethlisberger getting 5 points against the Bengals historically. So I'm going to give advice to people. This is the one I'd stay away from because it's priced right in the middle, and you pick them. That's all I could say.
Falcons going against Trevor Lawrence. They're 2-point favorites. Matt Ryan is definitely the better quarterback. Trevor Lawrence hasn't really proved that he can win at this level as of yet. With this team, they're banged up as well. Falcons -2 on the road. I agree with the Sharps here. Our guys at the Sharp app like the Falcons here -2. I might play it safe and just take the money line at -130 just to not even deal with the points here. Instead of taking -2 at -110, -130 seems like a little bit of a safer play. You're missing some value, but you're getting the safety if this game really becomes close. What's your thoughts here? Do the Falcons win this game, and do they win the game by more than 2 against the Jaguars?
It's interesting because I do like the money line bet as well, but I am a big Matt Ryan fan. I know I don't get to talk to him very much because the team's been so lousy, but he's a great quarterback. And when you get to these situations where there may be the up and comer, to get or take to school to say, hey, look, this league is a tough league, right? It's a tough business and a tough league. A lot of the guys, it's just a matter of pride when you're playing a game like this, and you start seeing the end of your career, and you want to make every single moment count. And I think that's where Matt Ryan is in his career. And so this is one of those opportunities that he's looking at to say, just in case Trevor Lawrence gets to a GOAT type of status someday or a Hall of Famer. Remember when I kicked your butt, boy? That was it. And that's what we're going to see. So I would take, money line or Atlanta, with giving up the points either way. I think it's a good bet.
I think you made a good point there. Matt Ryan, if it's not for one game, his whole entire career is looked at completely differently, and it probably wasn't even his fault. I lean more towards the coaching. If he has that Super Bowl ring, he's considered a lot different of a player than he is right now. But we got one last game before we let you go here. Seattle Seahawks look broken. Russell Wilson is struggling. He's going against a team on Monday night. I'm staying away. I don't got to lean on this game. But some of our guys at the Sharp app do like Russell Wilson and the Seahawks on the road, +1.5 against the Washington football team that's starting to string together some wins. And Heineke is battling. This team is battling. It's a stay away spot for me. You got a call. I know you're a big Russ fan. Does he get things together, or is it too late in the season for Seattle?
It's too late in the season for Seattle, but it wouldn't matter because I'm with you. The Washington football team is starting to put it together. You're, coming into a holiday at home on Monday night. I think this spread is off. I'm going against the team Sharp this time, and I'm all Washington football team.
Yeah, I'm staying away here. But David, look, it's Thanksgiving Eve. I know we got a lot of things to do. Before we head out of here, man, anything you want to say to the community as far as the Sharp teams, things to look forward to, or just some wise words of wisdom before we get out of here?
Yeah, no, number one, right? Gratitude's a superpower. And I think gratitude is aligned with what we're doing here to really appreciate, which means add value to what, I believe is the greatest sport here, this football that we bet on and have fun with and play fantasy with. So I'm just so grateful that, there's so many more opportunities to utilize the backdrop of sports in all aspects of my personal and professional life. And you're, just personally very important to me. And I'm so proud of you, Jason, proud of Sharp, proud of this show. And we're going to be taking this stuff to the next level. I got a bunch of streaming deals that I'm working on. And don't be surprised if you see us with a professional backdrop someday, slinging the Statsational all over the place. So thank you, team. Thank you, production team. Thank you, Jason. And thank you, community. Let's keep timing and risk tolerance in mind. But most of all, let's all make a lot of money, help a lot of people, and have a lot of fun. That's with us, Dave Meltzer and Jason Mezrahi.
Can't say it better than that. We're out of here. Everybody have a happy and safe Thanksgiving.